Chinese proverb about this that we won't go into right now. But really it's about catching fish, spending time in nature, being with your friends, and having the fish cuddle your feet. And hopefully we'll be able to explore that today. Alright, so before you want to start fly fishing, you're going to have to gear up. So what we got here are waders. Preferably you find a pair that is oversized on your chest and too small on your feet, like I have here. And so what you want to do, basically you want to step into them like that, and then kind of work your feet in. Work your feet in, and then it should have these helpful straps on the back. Ow! I got a cramp. And then you kind of go like this, and now you know they're on properly when your feet are completely crushed, and you look like you found this at Savers or something. So now it's on. You can see it's hanging off of me very loosely. So that's good. You can also see that it looks like I have little toddler feet, which is good for my bunions. And then after that, ideally you'll have a vest, which you can just put on like that with a little flare. And then you can buckle it together. We don't roll like that. So, yeah, and then you have your fly rod. We'll show you how to set that up. Yeah. Okay, once you're geared up, now you can start setting up your rod. So here I have my rod. Ideally, you have at least 5 feet and 6/7 of an 1/8 inch, not that there's anything wrong with that, of leader. And ideally it's nice and curly because the fish love that and it really tricks them a lot. So what we're gonna do now is take out our tip, which we're not gonna make any jokes about or be silly about because we're adults here. And I'm gonna go like this. And we're gonna take the rod and then you're gonna put the rod on here and you're gonna line up these little holes. And then what do I do next? Oh yeah. And then ideally you're sitting down because your feet are crushed, because if your feet are being crushed, you know that your waders are the right size, because that's good for standing in for multiple hours at a time. And then you're just gonna feed this through the holes, kind of like that. And then as you're feeding it through, you can think about how excited you are to go fishing. Fly fishing. Let's go. Well, we're here. This is the Swift. It's probably the most difficult place to fish east of the Rockies. Of course, we're here as professional fly fishermen who know what we're doing. And so, you know, over under on 13 fish each? I'd say so. You'd say so. I'd say yes. You want a casting shot? Yeah. So we're out here looking for the fish. Give them a view here. Now, a pro tip is that when you're trying to catch fish in a clear stream, you don't even need to see the fish. So because we don't see any fish, that's a good sign that they're hiding from us, which means that they're hungry. So we haven't been walking up and down trying to find a single fish, because we know what we're doing and we don't need that. We know how to draw them out because they're hungry. Fish are hungry. We've got delicious treats like a mop fly right here. Touch tips right there. Yeah, so we are out here fishing catching fish. So there are some very helpful tips when fly fishing in particular that might be helpful to know. Lord knows they've worked for me. One thing is going in the water and stomping around a lot. That actually activates the fish's clumps of neurons in their fish skulls, and it actually really makes them hungry. Another thing is screaming to your fishing buddy when, for any reason at all. Similarly, that makes the fish really hungry. And third is sometimes the fish need a break. So when you're fishing like this and they're standing behind you, you just gotta let them hang out. You don't want to move. The fish are tired. They want to cuddle your feet. Sometimes you gotta let them. All right? So those are some pro tips for right now. There'll be more. So, you know you're having a good day fishing when you decide to leave and go somewhere else. And I know personally it's a good use of $40. I don't have to pay for this fishing license, right? That's great. Got little kids throwing rocks, which, as we've sort of implied before, really excites the fish. Gets them really hungry, but they're not feeling us today, so we're gonna find another spot and really catch those, 12 fish? 13 fish each. We'll be back. So, not having much luck. We're gonna head up the street, get back into fishing. You can tell by the fly, is it on this side? You can tell by the fly in my hat that I know my stuff. So we're about to go strike gold in terms of fish. See you there. So today, calling it quits. You win some and you lose some, and you know, fishing is all about patience. Patience and temerity, verisimilitude, obsequiousness, and so there's a lot of valuable traits to be picked up from fishing, and